Hola guys and girls and welcome to the GBA Team Builder for week 7. We are facing off against the Free State Torracats. Actually not Torracats, that was a kind of a fuck up in my battle versus Dan. But yeah, we are facing Duncan, of course one of the new guys in the league. Never got to battle him so far, but so far he's not looking too hot in the league. Similar to us, like we are currently free to be fair, coming off from 2 wins versus top and A draft, so we definitely got the momentum in that match. And if we are able to win versus Duncan, and George actually loses his week's match, which is versus Chimpact, so it's a very high chance, or there's a realistic chance that George might not win this one, then we are able to pull ahead in the actual rankings and get our player spot, which would be very nice. But for that, of course, we would have to beat Duncan first, and let's see what team he got to stand in the way for our plans. So, looking at his team, he got the Weavile, which is his Z captain, the Alolan Marowak, the Landorus-I, Mr. Man! He is the man who stole it from us. We definitely have some revenge, have to get some revenge for that. Then you got the Keldeo, the Celebi, the Mandibuzz, the Metagross, the Granbull, the Ninetales, Alolan Form, the Torkoal, and the Venusaur. So he got double weather, he got the Hail with Ninetales and the Sun with Torkoal. Of course the Hail doesn't really have a team which supports the Hail, but of course Aurora Veil is supported by Hail, so you need that for that. And Aurora Veil for an offensive team like Duncan's can be pretty annoying. It basically guarantees him like free setup or something, because I would have to have a mon which 2 times KOs that with Aurora Veil up. So yeah, that's gonna be difficult. And yes, of course the Sun, which is a huge threat with Venusaur. Venusaur with like just Gear Drain, Sludge Bomb, HP Fire, plus, I don't know, Earthquake maybe, knockoff, Synthesis, Leech Seed, Sleep Powder. He has many options in the last move slot. Is a big threat for my team, just with this coverage already. I have some checks for that, but yeah, we will go over that once we see the team. Other big threats here is of course the Weavile. Very fast, outspeeds my whole team, and even my fast mons just get demolished by it. Like my Donphan gets into the effectively, my 2 Psychic types, and Latias and Mesprit, my Tornadus. And with the coverage, he basically just needs Poison Jab, then he can hit my Primarina as well, which would be otherwise a great switch into that. Like I brought it already to be a check to Greninja, which is a Water Dark type, and so this is the Ice Dark type, but of course Poison Jab from Weavile will hurt a lot. I would have run the Cabia Berry, and then there's the Keldeo. Of course I get a very nice amount of checks to the Keldeo, but in the same spectrum, Keldeo runs through a lot of my team. I have good checks, so I am not sure if he brings Keldeo, but if I don't bring much checks and he does bring Keldeo, it's gonna be a huge threat. So we got that, then Celebi can do a lot. Mandibuzz, very defensive and annoying to take down. Foul Play, Knockoff, Toxic, Roost, Defog, all this good stuff. Metagross, I definitely see coming, most likely in the Assault Vest variant, to take out the hits from my Nihilego and my Magearna and my Latias better. And then Granbull, I don't really see coming. Ninetales as well. Torkoal could be coming. It's a decent check to Magearna if it's Spadef. Like it's not really that, like its base stats are not that high, but if he's fully invested in Spadef, he can take some hits. And of course, like he needs the Sun for Venusaur. If he doesn't bring Torkoal, there's like he's not bringing Venusaur without Torkoal. So these are coming in a pair. I don't expect one of them being single and coming to the party. And Alolan Marowak is annoying as well. Together with Metagross, they make a decent like Metagross, Torkoal, and Marowak are the 3 best checks he has to my Magearna. And I will see, like he might bring all 3, but then Venusaur's in the boat as well, and then he only got 2 spots left, so maybe Weavile might not even come. So yeah, you got many options for my team to bring. Like I said, what I don't expect are the Granbull and the little Ninetales. The rest, there's always a set which he can justify bringing the other mons. These are just the 2 mons I did not really expect. But yeah, that is his team. Now going over mine. First up, you can see we got Rice-Tickle, the Magearna with Farum Z, a Trick Room variant with Flare Cannon, Flash Cannon, Shadow Ball, and Trick Room. So, Magearna did go through a lot of changes in my team building. At first, I just had like a bulky variant with Volt Switch and these 3 attacks in Farum Z, because what Farum Z with the bulky Magearna allows me, this is a very nice switch into the Weavile. I can take any hit from the Weavile, even like any Z move he could throw at me, and I just OHKO back with Flow Cannon or Flash Cannon, so that is very nice. First I had a Volt Switch for momentum, because if I can bring this on Weavile, he could of course switch in like his Metagross, his Marowak, something like that. So that's first I had Volt Switch, but then I remembered, okay, yeah, Volt Switch has Marowak has Lightning Rod, which he most likely will have, because I have a Rotom as well, and Marowak basically shuts down Rotom if he has the Lightning Rod. So I don't want to get what you call it, a free switch into his Marowak once he sees Volt Switch. So then I changed it up to a Shift Gear variant, because with this coverage, Flurker, Flashcan, and Shadow Ball, I can actually have the pressure to sweep through his team with Therium Z. Flurker, I get a guaranteed kill, I get a +1 boost, and then like the only thing which I can't hit so effectively or hit very hard is the Torkoal, and this is kind of iffy if he would bring that. He may, but then still Shadow Ball hurts that a lot, and I can wear it down easily with rocks or something like that. And yeah, but then as in the last moment, I decided to bring a Trick Room variant, because what Trick Room allows me is to be a bit more bulky, so I can take Weavard's hit even better than if I would be a Shift Gear variant. If I would be Shift Gear, I would have to need some speed, so I can outspeed his max speed Scarf and stuff like that. But on Trick Room, I don't have to worry about that. With Trick Room and this investment, I actually outslow his whole team. I'm slower than a no-speed Marowak. So yeah, I can outcode that basically with a Shadow Ball. Depends if he's split def. If he's split def, I would need to +1 boost first. But yeah, that's basically the mission of Magearna. Be the best check to Weavard I have, and late game sweep potentially with Trick Room. Next up, we got Fancy Hat the Nihilego with a Choice Scarf. This thing has very nice potential versus team as well. Metagross is basically the only thing he has. Power Gem hits a lot of his team super effectively. It hits the Weavard, hits the Marowak super effectively. It hits the Manabus super effectively. It hits the Ninetales super effectively. It hits the Torkoal super effectively. And together with Sludge Bomb, it has very nice coverage versus team. The only thing which really exists that is the Metagross, which I can then hit with Hidden Power Fire, so I can get a decent amount of damage out of that. But the Metagross is going to be the main focus of my wearing down strategy, because wearing the Metagross is important for Magearna, it's important for this thing, so I have two potential win cons. Of course, speed-wise, I have enough speed to outspeed the max speed Landorus. So I have that. The only thing which could outspeed me are, of course, the Weavard and the Ninetales. And all Ninetales I don't really see bringing. And of course, I have very nice split def, so I can take that on very easy and just OHKO with a Power Gem. So yeah, that's Nihilego's Choice Scarf. Basically, that's just there to revenge kill a lot of stuff, and potentially late game sweep as well. So I got the slow variant with Trick Room, and I got the fast variant with Fancy Hat. Both need the same on weakened, which is mainly the Metagross. So once I've weakened, I have options on how I want to play the late game. Next up, we got Pretty the Mesprit, Physical Defense with the Colbur Berry, its Headbutt, Ice Punch, Fire Punch, and the Healing Wish. Enough speed to outspeed a max speed Jolly Marowak if he should bring that. And yeah, this thing is going to be my main check to Mr. Man, the Landorus. Like I already said a bunch of times once I had Landorus, the best checks to Landorus with Sheer Force even are, in my opinion, Levitating Psychic types with the Colbur Berry. Because the only thing he has to hit me is U-Turn or the knockoff. Of course, sadly, I do not have reliable recovery on this. I do not have... Latias would be another option, but you will see. I will explain later why I didn't bring Latias. This thing is going to be my main check to the Landorus. In general, it's very, very nice with Zen Headbutt, Ice Punch, and Fire Punch. I hit a lot of his team. Fire Punch there for the Metagross, and Headbutt just as main stab, and of course to hit the Venusaur. And then we got Ice Punch for like the Landorus, the main thing I want to check. And then Healing Wish for once, first of all, for the Magearna, because that of course doesn't have reliable recovery. And if I can Healing Wish that up, that would be great. Like if I have to switch in a lot to like the Weavile and I need health on this to set up a Trick Room later, Healing Wish is going to be very important, and it's going to be very important for later member on the team you will see. But yeah, that's Mesprit. A lot of team support, be my main switch to Landorus, and then nice coverage for his team. Fire Punch may even be Sun boosted if he brings Torkoal, so I can get a lot of damage on the Metagross. But yeah, Fire Punch is mainly for the Metagross. Ice Punch and then Headbutt were what I had first, and then I had like I think U-Turn. But then I decided for Fire Punch because like I said, I want to wear down the Metagross. U-Turn could do that as well, and I can grab momentum into something else, but I thought Fire Punch was the better option. It hits the Celebi, I asked much for Celebi already. Let's see, does it hit anything else? It hits the Weavile as well, which is great, because if I only have that Headbutt and Ice Punch, he could switch in the Weavile with U-Turn. That I could change that, of course, but I decided Fire Punch would be the better coverage to, like I said, wear down the Metagross, which would be a switch into this thing. And of course, I have Physical Defense, so I can take a hit and get it. Basically, after I get one Fire Punch off, he is in range of Shadow Ball from Rise to get right here. But yeah, next up, we got Rotom-Heat, another Choice Scarf. I'm running double Scarf this time because I'm a very, very quick team, and if I have double Scarf, I may surprise him with even whatever Scarf I reveal first. I think I can catch him off guard with my other Scarf. For example, if I preserve my Nihilego for late game, he might not think that's a Scarf variant, might think like his Weavile or his Scarf Landorus or something like that. Can just KO me once I come in, but then joke's on you, I get another kill, another beast boost, and there we go, sweeping through his team. Or the other way around, Rotom-Heat of course is very nice because for the Weavile mainly because Ice Shot is like the only thing he can hit me if I outspeed him, and that's of course resistant, and I got decent bulk with enough speed to outspeed max speed Venusaur. Of course not in the sun, but if he's like max speed, jolly, or timid, Venusaur, I can outspeed that. Overheat, Voltage, Foul Play, and Hidden Power Ice for the Landorus. Overheat, Voltage, of course, main stab and momentum, and Foul Play is there. Foul Play is there to hit the Marowak, because my main thing, Rotom-Heat is probably gonna come in on the Metagross a lot. And if I would click Overheat on that, or Volt Switch as Spadef, Marowak, or in general the Marowak is very free switch into this, and if you look at my team, I do not enjoy Marowak a lot. So I have the Foul Play right here, which is basically not a big drawback play, because it does a lot of damage to Metagross as well, and of course to the incoming Marowak. Depends if he's offensive, it 2-hit KOs. If he's defensive, it will just get a lot of damage. With Rocks, I can 2-hit KO that as well, though. So yeah, Foul Play I think is very nice coverage for the. I could put a Shadow Ball as well there, but I was more expecting like Assault Dested and Spadef Marowak, Assault Dested Metagross, Spadef Marowak. So with Foul Play, I get both of these for more damage than with Shadow Ball. Then next up, we got a very offensive Rocky Helmet Donphan with Earthquake, Ice Shot, Rapid Spin, and Stealth Frog. Of course, my Hazard Control with Rapid Spin and Stealth Frog. I want to get rid of Hazard, so my Rotom can switch in a bunch of times. And yeah, my things are not worn down, because if you look at my team, nothing really has reliable recovery on my team, so I have to get rid of Rocks as soon as possible. Because if Rocks are up, my monster are getting worn down quick, and I want to be on sweeping late game and not him. Then we got Ice Shot, of course, there for the Landorus mainly, and it's the Venusaur as well. If he's in the sun, I can still get a lot of damage on it, and the Earthquake. Enough speed to outspeed a max speed Adamant Marowak. At first, I just had enough speed for no speed Metagross, because that's what most Assault Dested Metagross are, no speed. So, but then I put a bit more speed so I can outspeed an Adamant Marowak in case he should bring it, because the extra work did not really hurt me, and if he's like speed creeping something with Metagross, I might still be outspeeding this. So, I'm very offensive with the Rocky Helmet and Sturdy. The main thing I want to do with this is, like I said, wear down the Metagross. Even if he has Grass Knot on the Metagross, which I'm expecting him to have to hit my Donphan, Grass Knot still gives Rocky Helmet damage on that. I can surprisingly outspeed him hit it with an Earthquake, very surprisingly. The best thing he has to switch into this thing is the Mandibuzz. Everything else does not like, Mandibuzz and the Celebi. Everything else does not like taking a max attack Adamant Earthquake or a max attack Adamant Ice Shot. Seeing that his only resist to this is Landorus, the other thing, which is immune to Earthquake. I did not mention yet. So he's 2-hit KO'd by Ice Shot. Even if through the Yachi Berry, he's actually 2-hit KO'd by Ice Shot, which is very nice. So I decided more of take an offensive approach, surprise him with Donphan. It can still take a decent amount of hits from the Metagross, like 3 Meteor Mashes, and then it dies, so it can take 2. So I can get some Rocky Helmet damage on that, and yeah, then wear it down, because yeah, I praise it a lot. Wearing down Metagross is the thing which will open up my sweeping potential for either Nihilego or my Magearna. Then, last but not least, like you can see, my team is very weak to Keldeo. The only real thing I have for Keldeo is like my Magearna, which can take some hits, and my Mesprit, which can take some hits. So I want to have a check to that, which is my Primarina leftovers, physically defensive with Moonblast, Scald, Ice Beam, and Shadow Ball. Moonblast and Scald, of course, main stabs. Ice Beam there for the Venusaur, which of course resists my both stats, and then we have Shadow Ball to hit the Metagross a bit harder, because that is Assault Dested, of course, takes not as much from Scald, and if I do not get the burn, it's not really worth it going for that. Just a little bit of speed, so he can speed creep, no speed Primarina, and this thing is my Keldeo check. This thing doesn't care for Keldeo. I have a Latias on the team, like I already mentioned. Latias is like the prime check to Keldeo. It's like in OU, it's everywhere. If your opponent has a Keldeo, you have a Latias, you have your check to that. And that's very obvious, and that's one reason I want to bring it, and the other reason is because Latias is very easily pursued trapped by Weavile. Basically, I get one kill, then Weavile comes in, and even if I have Colbur Berry, after pursuit, I'm getting the range of like the Specs Keldeo, and if I have the Colbur Berry, like I have HP fighting with Colbur Berry to try to catch the Weavile off guard, it becomes a 50-50 if he goes for Ice Crash or Knockoff. So yeah, I mainly want to have a check at Keldeo, which is reliable and is not pursuit trapped by Weavile. Of course, this thing could be pursuit trapped as well, but it does not take too much because it's resisted and physically defensive. And is in general, Primarina has a nice matchup versus team. It can take some hits from the Weavile as well, barring like an Acid Downpour, of course not, which is the Poison Jab Z move. So I have to switch off to that, but I have my Rice Sickle for that, which can switch in and be immune to that, of course. And yeah, even though it's max physically defensive, the Spadef is close as high, so I don't, like, basically everything Keldeo has. Like, if Keldeo has a coverage move, I think it's gonna be for the Latias, because, yeah, that's his main check to Keldeo. And if he presses something for checking Keldeo, it's gonna be the Latias, and so I might catch him off guard with this Primarina. But, yeah. Primarina's bulk is very nice, can take some hits from the Landorus as well, even a Sludge Wave, and I can OHKO back with an Ice Beam. I was thinking first like a Calaberry, so I can check better the Weavile and the Landorus, but leftovers seem to be more important in case I get burned from the Keldeo, for example, then I do not want to get one down even quicker, so I have the leftovers for that, so yeah. Basically, it's my most reliable check to Keldeo I have. On second side, on first side it would be Latias, but I think I can catch him off guard with not bringing Latias and Primarina instead, and basically not allowing the Pursuit Trap with Weavile. But yeah, this is my team. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Let me know how you think the game will go. It's the first time me and Duncan clash with each other, so I have no real experience yet battling him. Of course, I watched his matches, so I have an idea on how he plays. But yeah, it's never the same if you're the one battling him. But yeah, that's all for this video. Let me know if you enjoyed. Of course, be excited for the match being uploaded tomorrow. I will see you there. I hope you enjoyed. Ciao.